Happy weekend, happy holidays, my dear friends. I'm Corin, and welcome back to another episode of Broken Arrow High Elo Heist. And, basically, this game was from a couple days ago when my friends and I decided to queue into the game again. This map is being played on Ruda Forest. We have the right spawn. Allow me to pause this for real quick. Not everyone has actually decided to outline their spots, but basically the way we wanted to play this match was we had one guy, which was I was a sacrificial lamb on A and B, or just A to be honest. I didn't go into B much. We had two guys in the middle fighting for the 3 caps here, and then two guys here fighting for the 4 caps. And yeah, what I tried to do was basically like here on the right flank, one guy controls 2 caps, right? Two guys fight for the center, and because as long as you have the center, then you can always extend to either side, the one that you have an advantage on. And then I was basically the guy in a bunch of trees, just trying to find my way through it. According to YouTube statistics, everyone seems to be subscribed, so good job. Anyways, let's get straight to it. I'm pretty sure I was just trying out my deck this match for the first time as well. Deck is Strike Airborne. Here I was telling my friend Penguin and Grim maybe that if you have that tree line and you push them out from it, you start putting ATGMs and they can never push back. The only thing you need is you kind of need 2 people on that flank to achieve it. Otherwise it would take too long in a 1v1. Not saying that it's not impossible to achieve in the 1v1, you just gotta be really dedicated to it. As opposed to my last video, I tried going to the middle. I believe in the forest, helped out a bit. But ended up not doing that until the very end of the match. Here I am trying to do the funny opening. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I opened up with 3 helis actually. This is the thing I wanted to try out, like a couple helis, drop in some troops. I have plenty of AA and the Kiowa to basically laser stuff if I ever needed to. Something that I wanted to try out actually, playing Marine Airborne, and well, it's experimental, I know, but I actually I kind of wish that I had a better understanding of this deck, because this deck, it has so many helis that are very versatile, and they almost got us there if he knew where to aim. But this deck lacks a couple things that you would need to fight in the forest, to be honest. One of the first things, I'll go through it later, but obviously if you run a bunch of helis into forest and you run them, you can run into anything. Like, let's say AA, or even just small arms or machine guns, they would die. And most random stuff. Alright, look here. Check this out. This is the luckiest Super Cobra I've ever had. My Super Cobra 2-shot the MI-28 with 2 sidewinders. Usually 2 sidewinders would leave it only on 1 HP and I would need something else to finish it off. But turns out, damn, 3 points, brother. 3 points. I'll take it. Also, Venom is pretty much the second the cheapest heli that can transport people. And call my Hornet just to mess with my opponent. Since this is the second wave of people flying in with planes and everything. Oh, half damaged, but still did a pretty decent job. I'm pretty sure that was at least a 200-point kill, to say the least. There's no way Russian helis are that cheap. And after that, it's just unfortunately ran into a BRDM. I tried diving low, but I guess it wasn't enough behind that tree line. Very unfortunate. But it's okay, at least we got 1 sniper squad out. And maybe we'll get another one, hopefully. And this is the boom squad that I wanted to try out in this tree line. Essentially, it's a bunch of mixed units. Orcon CQC, Marine Raider CQC, HGL team, 4-man from the Airborne specialization. Airborne, the normal one actually. Along with one last one, which was Freak out. Was it a small team? Yeah, probably that. So one truck is for CQC, dedicated to CQC, and like it could be in the buildings, it could be in tree lines, and the other truck is a bit more AT and utility. I've been trying a lot of different combinations to put in AVPs since they have 21. You can put 21 men in them, and it's actually quite a lot. I just haven't really found the perfect combination to it, mainly because at the end of the day, you're still gonna need something, right? I could put 3 squads in now. I've tried it out. You could put a 4-con. You could put a mech engineer. Not a mech engineer. What is it? Just a scout, actually. Scout from Striker. And then you put a mech engine. Not mech engineer. Combat engineer, which is 9-man. And you have exactly 21 people. It has decent. This is CQC. This is CQC, but there are 10 thermal barrack rockets in total, and then you have a bit of AT. So if you can fight them on foot, if they spawn infantry, then you fight them with this. You should probably win. If you have if they have a bit of tanks, you shoot them with the scout. Even though it only has 3 AT4s, it's obviously not enough. Yeah, we also have the marine and small team in the truck and the AVP that you could try out. That being said, that's not the specialization we're playing today. This time we're just going full bush bookie. One of the reasons I haven't gone today is because I thought to myself, okay, what if I go into A but I get trapped by stuff in these tree lines? Like they'll just shoot me, right? So probably not good. I just decided to like go through, flank them in the back. I know he's also gone into my my lines, but you know, gotta trade positions here and there, have a bit of fun, you know. You never know what's gonna happen unless you try it out first. So we spot their Osa. Earlier we also went to did go for it. You probably didn't expect me to be there at all, so. But it's not like killing his helis really do anything. Did he even smoke? He probably had something there. Having tanks was not the best idea on this map. At least not in the forest area, not at least on this side of the map, because there could be anything in those bushes that I was about to get into. But I feel like, yeah, like tanks are good, they're tanky, but what's it gonna do against like 10 men in a bush, right? So surprisingly enough, these guys, the BMPs, at least for now, they didn't really want to do anything. They just went back. Not sure where they're going. I know there's a lot of stuff in here. I'm just gonna artillery it with my mortar for fun. Yeah, just for the fun, nothing else. This one. Oh wait, Gru. A bunch of minions. I should go for it. And then the K16, so nothing to worry about. Doesn't have APS. If you see one of those trucks and you wonder, okay, is it gonna be lethal, or does it only have an MG? Then it's gonna be pretty simple. You just hover your cursor over it and check if it's a K16 or a K17. K16 means it has only a machine gun, and K17 means it has a 30 mil, a cornet, and a small machine gun. As for this one, we're gonna check here, see what it has. Except we're not checking. Yeah, couldn't be bothered. That's a BMP3. I'm microing somewhere else. What the hell? What the hell? Please go back. Okay, there we have it. Okay, well, we jumped on him. I guess that kind of worked out. I thought to myself, okay, I'm probably gonna need more and more of these trucks. We'll keep going. Engine got disabled. Been fortunate. And then my lab dies on the other side. How come that was a cornet? Here, these guys are just running for their lives. They could be empty, actually. They could be empty. I wonder why. We also found out where his units were from earlier. Yeah, it looks good, right? Like we seem to be pushing them away for a brief moment. Control of A again with like one truck of units that was used to kill one, what they called again, Guru squad. Actually a quite expensive squad, I must say. So see, here's something funny about the AGL. If someone decides to push you with the K16 or 17, like even if it's up armor, it still deals damage. Watch, yeah, it's actually panicked here. Where he found everything else that are in these bushes. And another K16 over there. Yeah, I also found out that the Kiowa, even though I wanted it to laser stuff, doesn't seem to be working very well. And it gets killed by a Spinosa or something. I thought, damn it. Well, time to pull out. So the thing here is, for myself, okay, so we have a foothold in A. We probably need more AT, more everything. Holding this flank. There's a lot of units here though. That's 2 SSO squads and 2 Cornet squads. ADGM teams. I'm just gonna bring artillery, start screwing them. When the Brutuses reach the battlefield, spoil alert. Actually, I probably don't want to go for a spoil alert here. But the general idea was that, you know, we just want to. Oh, look at it. My ideal team is somehow dealing more damage to me. It's someone killing a BTR. It's already got back any cruise missiles. It doesn't even kill anything. Almost gets a fucking heli and the tank. I thought to myself, god damn, I do need a pack, don't I? But I don't have one. I only have a slam ram. Not good. So we'll get some supplies, right? We'll get some supplies and be good to go. I'm not sure why there's an Osa there. Part of my face. Get a couple hits. Run! But yeah, I thought this was probably gonna be a good spot to hide my stuff in. And like you could you could artillery it if you wanted. But I'll be holding it until he does so. A minor thing that I didn't notice was that my opponent was constantly sending stuff on the left. There's probably something in my backline as well, because you remember his couple BMPs at the beginning of the game? Yeah, those things got through. But for now, you know, first phase is about to end. We don't have a lot of control over all the caps, but on the other hand, we're doing okay on this side. Okay, until I realized. God damn it, they have a heli. Where's my A? Liberty, go! Oh, here it's a 2v1. The Trini Birdies are definitely a very good CQC squad. This was also a very funny convoy. Pretty sure they won against it. Yeah, like the small team died, but the Airbornes lived. Lab AD is also in range, except when you're in range of an enemy heli, you're also in range of their ATGM. So, oh, oops, gonna smoke up. M2 flies in, snipes my my tank because it's always been there. On the other hand, I'm pretty sure a tank for 240 or something is not worth it for an entire plane because it's dead. It's gonna be dead for a while, and that tank actually basically only killed a BMP. I'm sure it's got its money worth. Its money's worth. My GL still like do this. What the hell? Damaging a K10, a K15, K16. So yeah, you could do that to the boomerangs, but not to BMPs. The BTRs, yeah, it also works. So it's quite funny. And yeah, fortunately for me, I didn't see those BTRs or that small convoy in the back as an actual threat to me. But these guys are just running weird stuff behind my lines. Hello? Is this illegal? I mean, is this legal? Also, my Brutuses, I called them earlier, they're nowhere to be seen. I don't know where they are. Like, probably somewhere. I was expecting them to come, but they're not here. And here comes a convoy. Okay, so that's 2 squads of everything. Okay, like 3 trucks, three squads. Yeah, like I only have 2 infantry squads, 1 is a support team, and this thing has basically just a GL and an MG, but we still do somehow manage to kill a couple things and slow them down a bit. But they're just gonna roll through, I think. Like, this is what you can do, I guess, as with BMPs and everything. I was trying to do that, but clearly I was losing out on the numbers. And now he rolls in. Another thing that I find that's quite irritating about the BMPs is that, oops. Oh yeah, he somehow snuck this through too. I probably didn't need 2 bombs to do it, but you know, had to make sure. I had to be sure. Quite wasteful to just dump 2 bombs on this, but you know, a kill is a kill. Yeah, back to the BMP topic. I think BMPs are... They cost 65. They cost 65, you can add some armor. And even though Coastal has worse armor, but the normal BMP3s that the mechanized have, except no people run it, is actually very, very, very good. Even as the normal BMP3M or F, costs like 120 or something, or 90, I think 90, and then you have 100 mil, a bunch of 30 mil, and shreds everything. Anything can tank sometimes. But yeah, anyways, here my units are quite spread out. These guys don't have the range to do anything in this tree line. The thing about bush Wookieing with the urban area in the middle is that... Maybe I'll just pause here, hold up. Okay. Okay, I'm too far away. I'll keep playing until I get a... Okay, scroll on again here. Is that there's such a big opening here that you would need something like around 600 meters range. Terrible drawing. To get around. Or at least shoot at the stuff that I want to shoot too, but clearly my Airborne and also other squads, I use them as more of a bushwalking style. So if I ditched A and just played these tree lines, and he'd probably have a hard time pushing into me. He could only artillery me, try to push in from the flanks, but he would never get through. I got greedy. I wanted to push him here. I wanted to hold him here. I wanted to hold him here. In these 3 bushes. This, that, and that. But clearly he got through, because there wasn't enough. And now as a result, I am being outgunned. They took A. And we might be losing a star, or yeah, 1 point, because of 1 cap. We are fairly ahead in kills though, but not enough to really, at least not yet, actually do anything. It's also quite funny, but I kind of like the AGL team that the Airbornes have. They're very good at dealing with infantry. Another truck over here. They're just so cheap and annoying to deal with. I probably needed my own to do that, but even if I got my own stuff like that, there wouldn't be enough to kill everything, because you could just keep spamming them. And if you throw enough things at the problem, which is apparently the way that the Russians do it in this game, BMP spamming and everything, yeah, then you will eventually get through, I think. Yeah, they got... Yeah, a lot of stuff, I must say. And this tank is essentially useless. Like, what's it gonna do? It reloads every 6 to 7 seconds, shoots 1 shell, and then it gets disabled. If you watch my video last time from on not Suwalki, one of the airport maps, Kal something airbase. Let me check. Kalovsk airbase. Yeah, then my FAP got ran down by 4 PT 5730s, which in total cost 240 points, and they just ran at me, and they disabled my track in like 10 seconds, and I didn't even have the chance to shoot like a 3rd shell. It was crazy good. You'd think, why would something from World War II be able to do this? I don't know. That's what my friend asked me. That's what Grim asked me. How does this make sense? You know what, it's fine. It's fine, you know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I should give up on A for now, because every attempt I try to make to push up is only gonna make sure that I am perfectly in a position to be flanked and everything. Junior is also bailed out from B, so we're not gonna be screwing with them. Although we have, in some way, managed to drag the game to the point where we actually have complete control on this side of the map. The other side, not my flank. I am the middle child, forgotten and probably left out in the open somewhere in the wilderness. For now, for this game. Oh, so too bad you got caught by BMP. Time to die. Oh yeah, I guess I'll die. Dang it. Gotta run now. It's quite confusing. What is this? I smoked and he's still shooting. I find it confusing at times. Oh, my Thunderbolt gets ran down by a BMP3 again. Everything dies to BMP3s. My tank is finally shooting its first shot, but I'm pretty sure it hasn't done anything yet. And there's still more in the back. And a heli. Oh dear. Yeah, just BMPs everywhere. And because BMP3s are tracked, well, most of the BMPs are tracked. I'm pretty sure they should be tracked. It's in the name, is it? If anyone's Russian, please still let me know, because I'm clueless. But because they're tracked and everything, they have 55 speed and tree lines. Unless you have something that also is tracked, but for the Americans, it's probably going to be the AVP, which is something the Marines have. AMPV. I could try using the AMPV to deal with them next time, but I am not an armored player. What I do like is the Booker. I like the Booker a lot. The M10 Booker on the Strikers, and I think it's a very good unit to have. Yeah, like look here, I'm being bullied by this guy because my tank can't keep up with his BMPs. And you could say that it's due to a lack of recon that I can't get in the position where I need it at all times. On the other hand, he's just setting everything everywhere, so... Okay, this is the first time of me looking to the other side of the map and thinking, okay, what does my friend need? Because as we mentioned previously, we wanted to make sure that we held this tree line, and then we could influence this bush, and therefore make sure that they never somehow manage to push into H or I believe. That was our plan, and I haven't done anything to do something to help them out yet. So that's why I thought, okay, well maybe it's time that just ditch this flank, you know? Like it's good enough. Like they only have 3 caps. It's just these 3 and this thing that they should have that belongs to them at the beginning of the game. So yeah, I think it's a good time to swap flanks until my friend, like Junior was like, okay, I'm gonna send my Comanche and instantly dies to a Nosa. I told him no, don't do it because there was probably gonna be some A in there, but he's like, nah, I'll not win. It was a good attempt though. It's the gambling mentality, I'm telling you. You never know if you're gonna win. Only if you try, right? So you're pretty sure he turned his radar off. Guys are kind of smart, to be honest. They after they just shoot at what like. I'm quite pissed off actually. Like these guys only shoot at only turn their radars on when they shoot stuff. They shouldn't be able to do that, you know. They should always keep their radars on. That's what I'm saying. Just kidding. Anyways, here pretty sure Junior and everyone else in the middle was being cruise missiled the entire game. I've only been cruise missiled once, and because they kept spamming planes, I thought, okay, well, it's time to call out the fuck your cruise missile plane. My KD was not the best, but on the other hand, I was suffering. But it's okay, you know, we have plenty of points here. We're just gonna fly in, use a bunch of this. Boom, bam, good. Okay, that's one dead. That's a free kill. And if he keeps doing that, except that thing, the S-300 in the back nails me, almost kills my plane too. All time to go back again. Get basically nothing back, but you know, it's still positive KD, I suppose. And the plane was, I wasted a bunch of points for some points in our favor. Worth. Oh look, there's another one. Okay, time to call it another F-18. That sounds absolutely gorgeous. Right, go in F-18. Come out, it's done. Oh, except he also gets factory in the back. I guess they did indeed throw enough MLRs. Is that the problem? Here, we both got caught here. Oh look, more of these trucks. How many is this guy just constantly going to be sending into my flank? I realized that plane flew too far, and next thing that happened when I was looking here was boop, instant one tap. Sounds fun, man. I'm not even going to bother calling out the Prowler. They're probably going to have radar off too. Yeah, that's one of the unfortunate things you have to deal with when you fly plane in and then you accidentally run into their AA range. Yeah, what we're gonna do here is just I was looking for my longbow. See if there was anything I could help out with. I would help. But here I'm just basically just buying some time, making sure that they don't do anything too sussy. In fact, they do anything. They do a lot of things sussy, but I have the sidearms here in case they have any radars up that they forgot to turn off. I just flew them in, and then flew them out again just to face check my enemies. The sidearm, if they did happen to have radars on, then I would probably kill it. It seems like in this case it didn't, and I almost did the heli, but it's fine, you know. I just noticed one thing, and that was this side had no logistics. And if you are busy with your match, then yeah, obviously, then yeah, you would be spending a lot of points on getting new units, but not a lot of logistics. So that's what I thought I should have done, or that's what I decided to do. I just got a lot of logistics, and yeah, like look at this. Now there's like 2 or 3 people on this flank. I gotta make sure that help my friends out, because he's definitely exhausted from everything. Here I was deciding if I should let my snipers cross the road. I eventually decided not to. So should I go for it? Nah, let's just stay here. We're spotting the helis already. Why not? Ooh, instantly spots the K-16. Okay, thank God I didn't cross that road. It's like your sniper squad is you know, it's a deer, and then every time it decides to cross the road, there's a chance of an enemy convoy just rolling up, killing you instantly. Yeah, a bit scary, that Zosna. Zosna is actually a very underrated unit that I don't see a lot of people running. It doesn't need radar. It has a lot of range, and you can always hide in the tree line where you have basically you just can't kill it without artillery or a bomb or like let's say a Comanche or other ground vehicles. It is true that Derivatias are way more versatile in that regard. Since they can kill tanks, kill light vehicles, they're extremely annoying and also very, very cheap. So I guess that's something that people do, you know? Like they don't want the Sultan and they want a Derivati to screw over everything else. Like how come that thing with the 57mm has 1900 range on a gun? Hello? Hello? Anyways, you're just making sure that goddamn plane dies when he comes in. He will not go out unpunished. Except he lives. What the fuck? What the hell? I noticed I should stop swearing. Oh, oops, another kill instantly for the S-300s. Too bad, you know, skill issue. Yeah, anyways, we found out that they did have something behind our line, just spotting everything. That the K-52 Alligator about to be the average Russian heli. About to go through the. I'm being trolled again by the Russian helis. Like that thing took 2 sidewinders and 4 or 3 stingers, and here comes the second one. So god dang. Help. Anyways, on the other side, we seem to be doing okay. Their Shorad died, so my longbow was, you know, still doing okay. Just need a live AD for that, real quick. Reinforcement levity, yes. And yeah, we'll just keep supplying my friends, pushing through. And hopefully by the end of the next phase, which is in approximately 3.5 minutes, we will take back the cap.
Infantry at your command, sir. Rock up, we're moving. Move your asses, maggot.
Yeah, pretty sure my opponent was just still desperately trying to deflect my stuff here. I mean, to try to find my units here that I left in I left ages ago. Yeah, being able to. Oh, here comes another Sosna. And then my Viper is trying to. It ran out of rockets. Where's the gun? Hello, gun, cannon. Hello, wie bitte? It makes no sense. It's in range of the gun, but it never shoots. I wonder why. The guns in the game are very confusing, at least in my opinion. You know what? It's fine. I'm not supposed to win against AA, right? At least not the American ones. It would only be fair if the K-52s could take a bunch of Yeah, I'm coping now, but yeah, they are very expensive though, I must say. They are a very expensive piece of equipment. Oh, something else happening here. Oh, look, a bunch of more units on the field. So many BMP-3s. Also, this is the first time that I witnessed my Global Hawk actually survive an S-300 hit. It's actually crazy. How's that gonna happen? How did that happen? The thing crazier is that they're actually almost in spawn and they have range over almost everything. Something I don't get is okay, it's this. How come? If you don't know, if you put a, let me just pause randomly here. Let's say this tree line, okay? This tree line. Let's say you put an S-300 here, or a SAM. It's gonna have the same effectiveness as putting it here, because for some reason, like it could be a PAC, it could be an S-300, any SAM site, because a plane flying up here. Okay, that's a terrible plane. How do I draw a plane? Okay, let's just draw this. Because a plane here would probably not matter. Like the trees here, the trees here wouldn't really matter. Like when it comes to line of sight, you would shoot at it if it's in range or if it's for some reason I don't understand why. Like if it's flying low, then sure you'll need to be within like 4 or 5 kilometers to shoot it. But if it's in high altitude, then like wherever you are in this tree line, it could be all the way in the back, all the way in the front. As long as you're in range, you will shoot it. It's very frustrating because I thought tree lines were supposed to block line of sight, or maybe in real life they do that too. I don't know. I have no clue. Regardless, it is a game mechanic of the game. You know, it benefits both teams. I guess I'll just have to live with it. And obviously, SPK has a lot more things to fix than this. But yeah, we'll just have to deal with it for now. Anyways, I'm once again at 250 income, basically meaning everything I had died. My opponents also have spotting on everything like this, on everything that they just called in. The only good saving grace about people playing coastal is that once their cruise missiles are still very costly. Like, yeah, you need a lot of packs and everything to make it work, obviously. But you know, sometimes you just keep moving. You don't have enough recon. Well, yeah, that still kills a bunch of other stuff. Look at that. Those are cluster cruise missiles too, I think, or maybe they aren't. But they're, you know, you use the points to kill stuff. You still need to push the cap though. Like, yeah, you can be like right on their face, but still somehow lose the cap. Which seems to be the case now. And my friend with the Comanche in the back, absolutely wrecking them. Yeah, they lost their transport, so they're kind of stuck there at the moment. But because we had everything, almost all the caps here, they only had 3 caps, like the same 3 caps that I was playing on, and they decided to run 2 flanks, devote 2 players to. We seem to be okay. Oh, and we found the Sosna that had a tracked engine here for some reason. Trying to make sure it was dead. Except, my longbow died. Very unfortunate. You know, we'll get it back. We'll get back at it. It's also why I just absolutely adore the Marines. They have the F-35B. It's obviously not enough to kill everything, but if you needed to kill a SAM site, something risky that is threatening you, then yeah, then the F-35B, F-35 gets the job done. We also found out what exactly was spotting us. It was the underwater guys. Yeah, these guys, PDSS.
Keep the engine running, just in case. Moving there now. Pedal to the metal. Transport is on its way. Back pedal.
Would you say, Corn? Why the hell are you releasing a recording of you being fisted and shamelessly leeching off of your teammates' efforts? And to that I say, it's all in the comms. You see, I might have lost the flank, but we won the game. Shameless indeed. Anyways, that guy spent 3 cruise missiles just to kill a 25-point supply point. I mean, my Lavelle didn't even die. I'm just gonna come back and another one up here. Like call in as many cruise missile planes as you want. My friend is always gonna be well supplied and everything. I even have the Hornets to deal with your planes that you're trying to fly and have fun with that, mate. They think this airspace belongs to them because they just threw enough planes at the problem. But clearly I still would have something up in the air to counter that. That's why due to the abundance of coastal players, I have decided that Marines is actually a decent, I wouldn't say counter, but it would at least keep these guys in check and not be able to just get away with so much free stuff. Also to complement the Marines, because they don't have a big support tab. The helis aren't the best, but you know, in a tree line it doesn't really matter. You fly anything over it, it's gonna get shot down. So I think instead of Airborne, since the Airborne also don't get any F-35s, they only get the Eagles, which is a bit of a shame. I hear a bit of my reinforcements arrive as well, and they just demolish everything. I hope you have fun with that, by the way. Oh, there's a Barbaras. But anyway, yeah, just supporting my team. The TOW-2B Humvee in the back actually gets a very cheeky shot at this bad boy over here. Okay. It doesn't have APS. It's actually it only costs 75 points. You never know when it actually does something, but when it does do something, it's pretty big. Yeah, because now we have basically 2 people on the left, 3 people on the right, and me just spamming planes, making sure that my team is gets help they need. And yeah, happy ending, isn't it? At least for now. I realize, what the hell? There's a heli here. Why is there a heli here? Yeah, what was he doing? What was he doing? Time to call in another plane. Fabulous. TV noise. Ah yeah. Radar. Almost shoots down everything. My longbow also gets shot at. At least, even though I didn't play absolutely dog water this match, I must say this was the ideal scenario that I wanted. I don't understand why my that thing took an Igla. And he's back on the topic. This was the ideal way I wanted the Marines to shine when it came to matches like these, especially against Coastal. Coastal, they have a lot of planes. Sometimes they run motorized to complement them. They have the SU-30? No, not SU-30. It's the
Infantry here. Standing by.
it's the SU something else. M2. It's the M2 or the MP. I call them that. The one that had their icons changed.
Over. Longbow at your command.
And even though the Prowlers aren't, they're just a very cheap unit that you would call in,
H1.
throw some harms, and then you would go back. Since sometimes their Shorad would have their Raiders off, but not their SAMs. So you gotta make sure that they always keep them off. Especially when you have a Hornet in the middle. But that does kind of mean that you are ditching your entire team just playing support. And to that I say, I held the line, and the line broke.
Prepare the vehicle for transport.
A bit unfortunate, but it is what it is, you know.
Roger, Will. Flight plan confirmed.
Oh, radar. Oh, anti-rad.
Reporting in. Solid copy. Advance and report. Breaker 1-9. Who needs supplies? Good copy. Next waypoint.
So, guys, at the end of the video, I think what I'm gonna do, because last time someone asked me, hey Coin, why is your deck different from the one that you have, than the one you have in game? Like, the one you shared is actually different to whatever you have in the video. So, yeah, later I'm gonna show you, everything about my deck. The one I update is probably gonna be the Striker Marine deck. Actually, we could do that next time. Now let's just upload the this one that I found that didn't really suit my needs 100%. The Airborne specialization, obviously they have a lot of good things, like they have the Global Hawk, they have this Airborne squad. The normal Airborne squad that got buffed is actually pretty good. It's they have 5 AT4s now instead of 4. You would think it's not important, but actually it does matter. It's not because well, obviously having one extra might mean killing an extra tank or anything, but on the other hand, if your unit gets damaged or they lose models in it and they're down to 3 members, then they would probably, like, let's say the squad gets halved, right? They would be down to 4 men with 2 AT4s. This was before the patch. Maybe now, if you're down to 4 men, you'd maybe have 3, and that would be good enough to kill a BMP instead of not killing it. Here, I have no idea why my Thunderbolt is here. I have no idea why my Slam Ram is here, but I guess I called it out previously, and none of them are actually shooting. So I don't get it. No one knows what's happening.
Moving to rendezvous.
Well, good news for us, I guess. Here we also found out that that's 2 Sturmer VT, another BT3F, and like, please kill the BT3F. Get him. Yeah, worked. Oh, except we found out there's 2 more Sturmer VT squads. Absolutely crazy. Time to call out the F-35 and give them a big bomba, because my, what is that squad, that truck called again? My MICLIC is not here. Fortunately my AAPV also dies somehow, not sure why. I must say, the way I use my F-35 has been very, you could say it's a bit wasteful, because I use it to kill things that basically costed nothing. So I did try improve upon that. I have a Fighting Falcon that instead of running Mavericks, I just use it to bomb infantry now. You could say, yeah, Corn, that's really weird. Why would you do that? Yeah, it is kind of weird, isn't it? But for a deck like for a deck that's should be played in a tree line, then I think you would probably have very poor line of sight against vehicles, and instead of that, you should just try to outflank them with units on the ground. That's what I think. Obviously, oh, here comes alright, here comes the best clip of the day. Me trying to call it an EX, an Eagle 2, and failing horribly at it. And watch, calls it in. Alright, bad boy, we're gonna kill some tanks today, aren't we? Afterburner, low altitude, go! Watch here. Oop. I don't know why, but the way they modeled this tree line, or like they did this mountain, if you spawn in a plane and then you go low altitude with afterburner, you're gonna crash. It's happened twice to me so far, and I keep forgetting about it. I'm gonna make a YouTube short about that one with this, surely. I lost 500 points for nothing. At least my opponents don't have it, but still, man. Really? You're telling me You're telling me I could still get air attacks without my opponent doing anything? Absolutely crazy.
Cavalry here. We're under fire.
Yeah, this Thunderbolt, I'm not sure why it's not. It must have been a bug.
Roger that.
It's not shooting, it's not doing anything. Somehow took damage?
Fire on that.
What's happening? What's happening? Can smoke too. Did I even call it in? I have no clue. I don't remember calling it in. Here I was like, okay, gotta make sure that I killed enough units, you know? I can't be absolutely redundant. But still, yeah, gotta always make sure that my teammates are supplied in the front, since when you play the Marines, you're gonna have Lavels. You're gonna have Lavels, they're cheap logistics, they don't carry much, but especially for infantry, for just small repairs for vehicles, it's gonna be absolutely more than enough, I say.
Standing by.
And yeah, that should be almost it, I think, for this video. Obviously, there's still like 3.5 minutes to go. Nothing really happened here except I'll just skip a little bit, be a bit lazy. But yeah, okay. Here. I decided to drive my AVP with a bunch of squads into their ECAP. It was quite funny here actually. His Catran was on low HP. I have no AA here. I think squads like these are a bit excessive. And so when you're rushing something, you're going in for the kill, right? You're going in balls deep. That you ain't pulling back. You're just going full infantry, and then you don't need anything. You don't need anything that deals with planes, surely. I mean, yeah, you can have some support in the back. That's also why I think the Lab 80, it's not the best. It gets the job done. Anyways, here, I was 2 Cornet teams in that building. Oh damn. But he pretty much had nothing in that over here defending. I guess he wasn't really well supplied. And then they decided to call in cruise missile plane, and you want to know the first thing that they went after? Of course it's the AGL team, man. Like, of course you gotta go after the AGL team. Always go after the AGL team. That thing costs 60 points. And yeah, it's hilarious. And I don't know why they just go after those guys. Oh wait, my Thunderbolt disappeared. Oh no, wait, no, it's still there. What? Huh? But yeah, anyways, it's quite funny. So yeah, I think that's it for at least this portion of the video. I will get very quickly. Yeah, now like when they know the game is over, I just called in everything. He also called in everything. We'll land a pilot too. Get the pilot! Get the pilot! War crimes committed tonight. What should I name the video title? Well, you've probably seen it. That's why you clicked into this video. You guys actually click in because it's my video, by the way, or because oh, that nuke was absolutely huge. It killed like 3 units or 2. Huge bomba. Gorgeous. All right. Anyways, yeah, that's the end of the match. Bit of a steamroll in the end, because the breakthrough on the right side and the left side didn't really mean much to my team. And I'm pretty sure the scoreboard isn't that impressive either. But we'll go through it. History, please. Hello, stop looking. I'll skip myself. Okay, there we go. Yeah, not much. The tank wasn't even worth it itself. Everything only killed 1 unit at a time, and except for the longbow here. Airborne actually doing what the hell? Airborne's being surprisingly good against BMP3s, even though they don't have the range. And everything else, like everything I called in only killed 1 unit or none before it died. A bit unfortunate, but it is a thing that happens when you do some bushwalking. Anyways, that should be it for this replay. I've been singing anyways for a couple times now, but What we're gonna do is voila, we're back on the board, baby. I'm gonna talk about the infantry spam deck that I had a couple days back. The match that you just watched, essentially. And this was how it was ran. I had a Marine Raiders CQC, 2 of them, even though I only called in 1 that match. Oh, I actually changed it. Hold up. My bad. Pretty sure it'd be up armored completely. And something like this, I believe, with... Surely it didn't drop Marines, right? Okay, now I'm just confused. But this heli, this deck is pretty... Yeah, this does seem to be the deck that I was running. Eagle, 2 Prowlers, 2 J-Dams. The Brutus is, you know what they died to eventually? They died to 2, I forgot their name. Trini Brady's on the way to the cap. It's quite funny. The thing that I really lack to see is that I don't have a good vehicle with an autocannon. Every time I was running with my APPs, they would get domed by a BMP3. That's not what I needed. What I needed was this. I would have a lot of strikers, at least a Booker, and the Booker can face tank the BMPs while dealing damage to it. I would be able to bring more units. Probably just because the Booker would be able to hold itself together, whether it be in a tree line, whether it be in front, somewhere on the road against a bunch of BMPs rushing it. Obviously, I would need a couple of them because BMPs are a cheap vehicle, but still, you know, the combinations that you can put in an AVP is probably going to be the next thing I want to talk about. Previously, at least in this deck, the deck that I played in the game, was that I could put a 4-con, a Marine Raider squad together. That would be 20 people, right? That would be the only combination I could take besides having an AGL. But if you look at it, the Marine Raiders are good enough for a CQC team. And then the 4-con is also a good CQC team. And that you can probably tell at this point that what I actually need isn't actually anti-infantry. I would need AT. But I don't have any squad here that, unless I change the 4-con to green ops. Obviously I could do that. I would have that to make up for the Marine Raiders' lack of AT. Yeah, that probably was an option. The second combination I could have had was, I'm just gonna go over budget here. Where are my Marines? Here. Was having a Marine squad with the good old small, the boom truck. This is complete for AT, but it would lack a bit on anti-infantry. So what I used to do was have 2 trucks together. But what happened this match was because I was fighting a lot of enemies and I would have to split up the trucks. And that meant that I would eventually die to either the BMPs or die to the Cherny Brady's inside the BMP. So that was not the best thing to do. I think I should have just kept them together. And the third option for this deck was having Airborne, an AGL team, along with a small team. So what I would have is a bunch of the small is a bit versatile as both AT and infantry. The Airborne has a lot of AT4s and also an AGL squad just to cook up the Trini Brady's that come out from the BMP3s. So this also turned out to be a good combination inside an AVP. The only thing that I really needed was just something to make sure that the AVPs didn't die, or I would just park them in the back. It doesn't even need armor, I think. Or obviously you could do something that's even better, and that would be to just run it inside a truck. Inside an MTVR or a... oh, that would only be 18 man. It would be the Hempt, not sure what you would call it. I used to run an armored transport, but it turns out I would need a bit more supplies than that. So I think maybe I'll go back to flatbed multi-purpose. So what I think is better for if you run Striker Marines, in this case, would be that you'd have 2 options as a 6-man squad to put in the same AVP as the Marine Raiders. You'd have the Scouts with with a bit of AT. Obviously, it has one less AT, one less AT4 than the Porcon. But again, and also less armor. Obviously, like it's basically worse in every way possible. But if you want a bit of versatility, then yeah, you have both, right? You have both, and you put one of them in with the Marine Raiders. Another thing you could do that I noticed was having, instead of having Marine Raiders inside an AVP, you would put combat engineers, and then a force recon and a scouts. I know this is weird, and this is very weird, but now you would have 2 squads with anti-infantry that have thermobaric rockets, and you would also have a bit of AT. I tested this out, it kind of worked okay. It's obviously a bit more expensive, but I would have a combat engineer squad just tanking for my force recon to use all of their laws, and also they would be able to use their smalls because there's only 5 in a 9-man squad. And then the scouts, if they ever need to shoot a BMP-3, I would sprint them in and then make them shoot the BMP. The best thing on top of that was I would have the Bookers. I would have access to the Bookers, and inside a tree line, you would prefer to have a Booker more than an Abrams, even though it has more armor and more everything. Having APS is a godsend, and also the 50mm cal shreds infantry and vehicles alike, as long as it's not a tank. And that's what I think what really matters. And last thing is about the air tab. I tried to make this air tab look a bit better. One thing to note that I could technically have done this, one JDAM and one 1,000 pound, one 500 pound. The only issue is you cannot press P, you can't precision strike twice. The way the logic works, or the spaghetti code works, is that if you do a precision bomb strike with 2 different bombs, it drops both at the same time. So you would either have to do, if you want to strike 2 targets, it would have to be 2 of the same bombs. So what I ended up doing is, because I'm over budget in this case, I would just run to 2 500 pounds and just go for the SAM sites with a SHORAD with the F-35B, which is the job they do extremely well at, and then just let the F-16 with the Snake Eyes instead of the Mavericks deal with bigger blobs of infantry. Another thing here that I found very helpful was I probably could do this. Now I would be over budget by 5 points. God dang it. Was to have 3 Hornets with gunslingers, and yes, it is a bit expensive, I must say. And the reason why I wanted to do this, I'm gonna try this out obviously, was that you could shoot two gunslingers at the same time at the same plane, and then you could turn away instead of having to be within 7 kilometers and have to aim with your AMRAM and then shoot it. So this is safer. They also deal more damage. And yeah, I'm gonna test this out, have more planes to deal with coastal. Just one CJ. I could go back to Prowler and pretty sure I can. Like if you want, you could do this. Yeah, it's just that the CJ has a bit more potential when it comes to killing units with radar SAM sites. But on the other hand, if you just want to suppress things with a faster cooldown, this also works if you like it. Pretty sure it also fits your needs. The Viper and the Super Cobra, one has a Sidewinder, one has a sidearm. This is for anti-radar and Hellfires. But in this case, in the case of the game you just watched, my opponent had Sosna, so it wouldn't really come in handy. But if you think about it, 205 points, 245 points, it probably doesn't matter, you know, just send the thing and make sure he doesn't turn on his radar, and then you just farm until you die. But yeah, that should be about it. Here I don't like Lav ADs because the Striker SHORAD is just so much better. Like, I basically can't play the game without this vehicle now. I only play Strikers yeah, this is the only vehicle that I can't let go of, and the Pack 3. Like, this thing is so good, man. Who would have thought give me a truck that runs 90 speed with APS with a bunch of deadly. I mean, it doesn't kill as fast as the Tor does, but certainly doesn't die as fast. So it's a very good thing to have. Yeah, and also the Booker. Anyways, that should be it for today's video. We're actually getting almost to an hour. Yeah, and this is gonna be an hour-long video. Holy. Anyways, I thank you all for your attention and watching until the very end. Hope you guys have a good day and a good weekend in general. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a safe and healthy day. 1 hour, yay! And goodbye.